successful, you're a billionaire, you've done very well for yourself, and you have friends who are at that same level, who have made your kind of success. Do you notice a pattern with a dramatic, like especially not for millionaires, not for decamillionaires or hecto, but mainly billionaires? Do you notice a pattern with extreme amount of pain at a young age? What do you notice with specific the top 0.0001% of America, which is only what, 1,200, 1,300 billionaires in America? What do you notice a pattern with them?
Well, here's the pattern for people my age. I've got a new book I'm writing called Life is Luck, The Paper Boy. One pattern I understand is this, especially my age. I'll meet people my age and I'll say, were you a paper boy? And they'll say, yeah, why? I can tell. There's a genetic seed that goes in to the paper boy because the paper has to be delivered every day in the snow, in the sleet, in the cold. You have to get up and do it. Warren Buffett was a paper boy. Oprah Winfrey was a paper girl.
Wow.
Walt Disney was a paper boy. Have your viewers Google famous paper boys. So I think the one pattern is there's a genetic entrepreneurial seed. You have it. I could tell when as soon as I walked in, I'm like, this guy, I don't know if you had papers, but I guarantee you something when you were 11, 12, 13, you were hustling something. I don't know what. So that's the one thing. And then the next thing is what I wrote a book about called You Can't Teach Hungry. There is something inside of you when you're poor that I talked about, that helplessness, that powerlessness, that hopelessness that makes you hungry. And it can't be taught. You can't, like your guy that I met coming in, the comedian, you can't teach funny. There's certain things that cannot be taught. And that's the pattern I want. Usually there's an entrepreneurial bent. And so those are the things that I notice most.
Benjamin Franklin, paperboy. Thomas Edison, paperboy. Eisenhower, Truman, MLK, Saranov, Joe DiMaggio was a paperboy. Walt Disney was a paperboy. Buffett, paperboy. Tom Cruise, Bob Hope, John Wayne. Very interesting on the paperboy.
You're born with the hustle.
Yeah.
You're born with that hustle. And it's not necessarily like Warren Buffett's dad was a congressman and a stockbroker. And so it's not necessarily, but there's that hustle that you can't teach. You're born with that hustle.